Does a spouse who spent many years out of the workforce get a Social Security benefit? And if so, what is the amount? My wife spent many years raising our 3 sons. She did a great job. 2 out of 3 of them turned out okay. Not saying which one did. I'm kidding, they're all great. But she was at home for many years, so she hasn't paid a lot into the system. Does she get a benefit? Here's how it works. Jill and I can go to ssa.gov and pull our benefits. Because we've been married for at least 1 consecutive year, she will receive half of my benefit or her benefit, whichever is higher.
Okay, so let's take a look at the Social Security statement. And this will help you understand exactly how the benefits are calculated. So we're most interested in understanding how the spousal benefit is calculated, how Jill's benefit is calculated in our example. So here we are, Darryl Rosen, that's me. And then you can see here that they give you what your benefit is going to be depending on when you take it. So when you can see there's quite a bit of difference between 62 and 70. And when they come to you, or when you hear, the Social Security claiming decision is, I think it's a little overblown, but there can be some real gains in waiting. So everybody's situation is different. So right here, you can see 3363 is my benefit. So, and let me come over here and just show you how that's calculated. So you can see my earnings history here. And then I want to make a point because I noticed something as I was looking at this. So you can see 81 to 90. I was actually part of that was in high school and college, so not a lot there. And then I got into my working years. So what they do is they sort of lump this together. And you can see the earnings taxed. I mean, I had a lot of earnings taxed for Medicare and what have you. When we get here to 2006, 2007, this was the year I was transitioning. These were years I was transitioning. And so all of that stands to reduce my benefit a little bit. It should be a little bit higher. Now, I want to point something out to you. This year right here, I don't know what's going on here in 2017. This number should be dramatically higher. And so if I see something like this, it's up to me to report it. Nobody's gonna help me with that. I have to report that myself. So I will have to put that on my to-do list to see why this number is so low. I understand these numbers. I was transitioning. And then you can see these numbers are sort of the max you can put in. So that's how my benefit is taxed. Now, one other thing I want to show you, this is kind of interesting. When they say that how much money we put in the system, I mean, we put a lot of money into the system here. I paid $182,000 for this, and this $114,000 for this, and that money, they've had that money for a long time. It's supposed to be growing. So when they call Social Security an entitlement, I'm like, I understand we're entitled to something, but it just doesn't sit right with me. Okay, so that's my benefit. So we can come here 3063. Now let's go to Jill's benefit over here. So as I said, Jill was at home raising the kids, and her benefit is low. I mean, her benefit is would be $1,000, right? So remember, she gets either the higher of half of my benefit or her benefit. Now, if we come down here, I'm going to show you her earnings history, so you can see that she, for many years, so my first son, well, she was in graduate school, and then my first son was born in 1995, right here, right in the middle here. And then she was out of the workforce all this time. In 2008, she started to go back to work. And she was working part-time and still, with the kids and stuff. And my youngest is 19 now. So, and then you can see what happened here. She's actually the director of the West Deerfield Township Food Pantry. I'm very excited about her work and what have you. But so she makes a little bit of money here, and she's been paying into the system. But because of the formula, her benefit is going to be 3363 divided by 2. Half of my benefit would be about $1,700, whatever that number is exactly, instead of this $1,000. So that's how we figure her benefit. Now, I want to make one other point here. I'm going to go back to my statement for a second. One of the reasons why we talk about waiting to collect Social Security is what would happen if I passed away? What would happen if I was no longer? Well, her benefit would go away. And how that is calculated is that when the primary wage earner, which in this case is me, passes away, then the spouse assumes either the higher of the primary wage earner's benefit or in this case, her benefit. And so that would be my benefit, and then her benefit goes away. So one of the reasons people wait, right, or a mistake in claiming too early can be if I were to claim right here at 62, not only would she only get half of that, so that's $3,300, which is less than my full retirement age benefit right there. Not only would she get a smaller amount, but if I passed away, her benefit would go away, and she'd only have this $2,289 benefit. So that's one of the reasons why people want to wait to collect Social Security, and we want to maximize these benefits as much as we can without pulling our hair out because we don't have any other money to spend. That's a subject for another video.
Okay, I hope that was helpful. That's how the spousal benefit is calculated. If you have any questions, put them in the comments box and I will answer them. Be very happy to. And if you like what I'm doing here at Get Financial Strength Now, trying to help you create safety, simplicity, and strength at any age or stage of your journey through life, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to this channel. Jill's benefit will be half of my benefit, and I guess you could say that's one of the benefits of being married to me, though I don't think she would see it that way.